If you want to learn how to trade just like me, join the community, click the private Discord link, sign up through this membership level, and you will gain access to weekly group mentorship calls for free. Welcome back, Trias family. Hope you are well. Incredible to see Trias actually holding up over the last few days, as some cryptos pumped, but some cryptos did of course dump as well. Merry Christmas to you all, and hopefully in the next year we do actually get these crazy insane moves after the Bitcoin halving. It won't be immediately, it might be end of quarter 3, maybe quarter 4, where we'll really get going, but it's nice to see that we've already got this initial pump for Trias from the $4 location. If you remember, this is what we've been talking about for a good while. We were essentially saying that $3.50 needs to hold back in November, even before that point back in October, and we will continue to break through this 50-cent area of resistance, $4.50 to $5, and then we'll continue to this golden pocket over here, which we've now done. So yeah, the 1618 in that process was of course met, and I was essentially saying that with this smaller fib suggesting that we need to hold 350 to see this target, it's just the confluence for this larger one. We want to break $5, we will see $7.70. Place the short-term fibs saying hold above this, break this, we'll go to here. And it's just a similar process. Look, it's just saying break the 1, you go to the 1618. Here it's just saying break the 0.5, you go to the next one, the 618. So essentially right now, if we're recognizing that you're just going from one to the next, then on the smaller scale, then clearly we would be going from one to the next. Now, to get, once we are at $9.50, you would have broken this golden pocket. So that's essentially saying we're going to go eventually to the $14, just as this was previously saying break this, we'll go to here. This next set of fibs is saying break this one, and we'll or hold this and break this, and we'll go to this $12.50 target, and that's so very close to the 786 fib. So we know break $8.69, we'll go to $14. So right now we want to continue to hold the 1618, break 8.69, and then we will eventually get to $14, and that would be a move. I know that might have been very confusing. It's why I always want you to learn. Stay tuned to these updates. You're always going to learn. There's always free valuable content here for you guys to learn from and to implement. But if you want further education, I do have a group chat, the Discord community. Find my investments in there for the long term, and you'll also get 2 weekly group calls where I mentorship everyone in there as a group. So they knuckle down on understand, like, implementing my strategies. I do have a course for you to do in your own time, as well as an ebook. I've also got a 1-to-1 mentorship plan that includes 2 months in the chat, so you get those group calls, as well as the course, so you can do that in your own time, as well as 3, 5 or 10 hours of my 1-to-1 help. So just use the links down below if you're ever interested in that. So what we're seeing right now on the 1618 fib, I'm going to actually zoom in on the 1 day, but then we'll go to the 4-hour time frame. So what we need to understand, everyone, is that we've been waiting for this move, and we've been calling for this move for a very long time, but these things can take months and months and months. Remember, we topped out over here in June, July, and then we bottomed out in September. And only then will we be able to recognize that these targets to the upside become valid. But more needs to happen. We can see that previously we were getting rejected multiple times from the golden pocket over here. So the assumption is that we're meant to continue in a downtrend. And eventually that stopped working. We went and put a lower low, lower than this low. But then when we went and put in a lower high, you then assume we're going to put in a low, lower than this, maybe down here. And then we put in a higher low and eventually broke this resistance, flipping it into support. So when I had seen that breakout, it was obvious to me that going forward, we just need to hold the 200 EMA, which of course eventually lined up with the 0.5, suggesting that not only are we in an uptrend because price action is above the 200 EMA, but we've created the reversal wave when we pushed through this resistance that was always sending us lower. Everything changed right over here when we didn't get sent lower, and it gave us the opportunity to reclaim all the moving averages, confirm them as support, and break through that resistance that was meant to send us lower. And as we're breaking through a level that's meant to send us lower and confirming it now as a bottom, it's meant to send us higher. So we knew that we were just waiting for this $4.50 to $5 area just to break, and then we'd, like a magnet, get pulled towards this location. And yes, it took months and months on end of me saying every single day, we're going to go up as long as this low holds. And it's annoying because you're just sitting through that process and not seeing any returns and not seeing any of it coming true. But eventually, as long as you do hold those lows, you will see the breakout. The unfortunate thing about the Fibonacci's, first of all, we'll say the good part, it tells you where it's going. But the annoying part is that you just don't know when it will happen. There's not a specific time frame on things. You just know that it will happen as long as certain levels hold. And that was the 0.5 Fibonacci, $3.50. As long as that held, which it did right over there back in the end of November. And then December, we've pretty much over the past month seen from that point of support a move up of around 130%. So that's why we've been laughing to the bank this past month. It's been incredible to see this finally get going, because there's a whole bunch of altcoins out there that are in the top 100 that are doing nothing. I do believe that Trias is going to eventually be a top 100 coin, and one of those coins that I think can hit over 1 billion market cap this upcoming bull market. So if you haven't already, please make sure you like, subscribe, comment and share and continue to support the channel on a daily basis. It really is appreciated. Hopefully we can get to 8k as quick as we can. And going back to this very quickly, when we're approaching the 1272, it's acting as resistance. So we knew that breaking this $4.50, $5 area is going to send us into this price point, $7 and higher. But as we're approaching, after the breakout $5 and approaching the 1272, you need to understand that this whole area is resistance. So that's why very quickly you can see the rejection off of the 1272, but then finding support above the golden pocket, above the 1 fib level, above the 20. That's important. Why? Because I know as long as price is above the 20, we continue higher. So the fact that we came down, big red candle, reversed, and by the end of the day it was massive and green, shows that the bulls are in control and price action is above the daily 20. So we're looking for, of course, now the 1272 to hold as support. And now that we flip this resistance into support, we'll go to the higher end of this resistance. So essentially, as you're approaching it, the whole area is resistance, but when you break in, this becomes the resistance, this becomes the support, as long as the support holds, which we saw over here on the 1272, and we'll continue to the 1618. Remember, this is all resistance. So when we break through and confirm the 1618 as support, as long as that continues to hold, we will continue to these targets. And then as $12.50 is very close to the 786 at $14, the assumption is breaking $8.69, we'll go to $14. And then again, we will see a move of around 79%. But please do understand that there will be targets beyond this point. Maybe we have a little dump from here, but there will be targets beyond this point. I think the next one is the previous all-time high, which should send from this point another 100% move or even higher, back up to about $31, I think it is. Guys, on your way out, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment and share. And if you want to get educated, remember I have multiple things in place, and some include the others in some offers. So if you want to take action on the mentorship, you get 2 months free in the chat, followed by 50% discount going forward if you want to stay on or leave, doesn't matter. And then you also get my course included to do in your own time on top of those 3, 5 or 10 hours of one-to-one help. If you want to start off with anything, the Discord or the ebook is a great option. Otherwise, the net after that it would be the course, but the best option is the mentorship. You're pretty much getting everything and the most up-to-date tips and tricks, as well as me working spending my time one-to-one with you guys, making sure you understand everything. Don't forget to, of course, support the channel and just stay tuned for more free valuable content. Cheers everyone. I've got a whole bunch of educational content, and over here on the website you can see loads of other people taking action recently. If you want to get educated, simply scroll underneath the video, click take action or Linktree, and click the option that you want to read more about, or private message me on Twitter. Let's start off with the ebook. This is where you can take action on my ebook, teaches the exact strategy. Head over to the membership level if you want to become a Discord channel member, where you have access to 2 weekly group mentorship calls. Or if you want to take action on my 6-hour long pre-recorded course, there's an offer here, and you do get Discord chat for 2 months totally free. Here is my beginner one-to-one mentorship plan, which includes 3 hours of my one-to-one help, the course, and 2 months free in the chat. And there are some other plans here for 5 or 10 hours of my one-to-one help. Use the links down below to private message me on Twitter or head straight to the website using one of these links to take action. Cheers.